Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel of action figure reviews. Today we actually have Mondo's exclusive 1/6 scale Leonardo. I've been so pumped to get this action figure. I mean, I've been waiting for a year and a half, close to now, ever since they kind of announced it right before Comic-Con of 2015. And I went and met, actually, I think his name's Brock, the guy that's actually in charge of this, and talked to him and saw these in person, and I was already wowed off the bat, and I had to get it. But it came in today. Holy crap, I came rushing home on my lunch break to make sure I got it in the house and it was all safe and sound. But this thing is awesome. I'll just start with the box real quick. I mean, it comes in this giant-ass box. You can see it has the Mondo exclusive sticker on it. This awesome artwork in the background. If you can see, oh man, I'm so stoked to get this out and mess with it. So let's get to it. And straight out of the box, this thing is beautiful. I absolutely love this figure. The paint job's done great on it. The articulation isn't bad for what it is, for a kind of a bulkier figure. And we'll just start with the accessories that it comes with. It comes with this awesome little turtle. I guess it's going to be Leo before he was doused in ooze. To get some, yeah, really comic-y looking. I mean, gritty. I like that personally. The really gritty look reminds me of the comic. He comes with some of the grapple hands for like climbing walls and stuff. Some of the things that came with some other figures of the older ones they had. I think they came with hands on like the 2000 Ninja Turtles. Anyway, I got a hinge on them and whatnot. Painting, the detail is great in it too. Like just really gritty, really comic looking and whatnot. Come with two different sets of ninja stars. So you got these like nice silvery, oh, I don't even know how to say it, silver looking ones that kind of have a little shimmer to them. You got some black with silver lining ones, a little different. Comes with his stylized hand. Each turtle is going to have a stylized hand of sorts, and his is a pointing finger, which I will definitely probably use when I pose him up in the house. It comes with Master Splinter before he had his growth, so him doing a little some karate, some ninja stuff. Looks great. I mean, the detailing, like I said, just looks like it's right out of the comic, which I'm completely happy with since that's my favorite iteration. It comes with like a grappling hook with rope tied to it. I haven't done it yet, but definitely be cool to have if I ever get around to making a die or paying someone to make a die for me for all of them, because that's what I want to do, display them all in my living room all together. And it comes with this awesome blaster from when they go into space, a few comics in to the story. And this thing is nice, silver, I keep saying that, just sparkly silver look. I mean, it looks great. The designs just remind me of Laird and Eastman's drawings and stuff. And he comes with the other head. I'm personally a fan of all red bandanas, because like I said, I'm a comic guy, but these heads look great. The shading, the mouth expressions like on the original Playmates toys and whatnot. Bandana does swing around, doesn't go any left or right or anything, just makes a swivel. But like I said, I like this. I like how this looks. It reminds me of the comics, but I can get it in the Playmates color one if I want to keep it that way, or keep it in the red. So we'll go to the action. We'll actually go to the figure itself. Well, I forgot other things. His katanas, really nice katana. Let's see if it'll actually focus in. I'll move. Nice silver kind of sparkle to the blade itself and whatnot. Reminds me of the ones that came with the NECA Ninja Turtles, so that's a good plus. You can go into the back of this sheath on his back, which is actually adjustable, so that way when you put him in, you don't the the handle or the guard itself doesn't rub against the other one, so you can put it on underneath there and whatnot. But yeah, the detail on this thing is just fantastic. I mean, let's see if I can get some focusing in there. That wood grain and whatnot just looks great. The shell with its little cracks and creaks and I just, man, like I said, this reminds me of the Neko one. The Neko ones, which is a plus because those were awesome figures, but just in a 1/6 scale for the most part. I mean, it's going to be missing some articulation points that the other one had, but let's get back into it. The head itself is actually on a ball peg, so he puts it off. So it was like I think the guy's name is Brock. If he ends up watching this video, Brock, you the man. Thanks for getting us these figures. I talked to him at Comic-Con in 2015, right before they put up the pre-orders for it, and as soon as they put it up, I had to have it because after seeing them in person, it was just amazing. But yeah, got this this ball joint, so that way it's like he didn't want to have it where it was rubbing when he had to like whip it off and stuff. So it has like a big hole in it that I can put on there, and and the best part is I can move it into the direction I need it, and then kind of work it on so I can have him in many directions. I can I can have him tilting his head if I want to. I can have him looking up if I have him in like that, so I can get him looking up fairly far, and it doesn't completely throw off the aesthetic to me. I'm looking down as well, so that's not a bad thing. That's actually a plus. Let's see, he's got ball joint shoulders, so you can move it out about that far. You can go around circles without hitting in the shell, of course. It doesn't have an ab crunch like the Neko ones, but that's not a deal breaker. He has a bicep swivel, a elbow swivel with a joint, and joint only goes about that far, not 90 degrees, but I mean, that's what to expect with such a bulky sculpt. But it doesn't bother me too much. I'm never going to get a Ninja Turtle that has a double jointed elbow, unfortunately, probably. Besides those SH figure ones, which I had. He also has of course, a wrist swivel with a hinge as well. The only thing I would add, I wish that they'd done, was what NECA did with the exclusives this year for the NES Turtles, where Leo came with a hinge that let the hand swivel, or not swivel, but hinge forward and back like that, so like he's holding the sword out and whatnot. I kind of wish they would. That's just a this minor detail, but it would actually make that much better for people that hold swords, and it would just do much better. But I mean, when you look at the sculpt, I didn't go over like all the sculpt and paint, but this thing is painted extremely well. Like I said, the shading and the hand painted tones are so great. I like, and the details itself, when you look at the shelling and stuff, like the little cracks and the grit and stuff, this thing's a little grittier than I thought than the promo pics made it look, which to me immediately just made it that much better when I got it in hand. So like I said, this thing is awesome. He's got his personal style with the 2-over, as you can see like in the comic books back there. His legs are on a ball peg, like an old Toy Biz Legend, so you can move it around and whatnot if you need to. Let's see how far it goes out. Of course, there's not much room for this, and luckily, like, this isn't an extremely hard plastic. Like I said, it's kind of a softer plastic material, so it's a little bit more pliable in certain areas. I'm not going to try to test it too much. Yeah, so his feet can go out that far. So let's see. He has double jointed knees. They're not the most aesthetically pleasing when you put them into action. Of course, doing the top one is the better looking one, and I can get it 90 degrees, which is not bad for what it is. And if I needed to do it other ways, I could use that bottom one as well. Like I said, it doesn't look very pleasing, but if I wanted to, I could have him on his knees like that. And then, like, just in certain poses, though, like, it will not look good. Like, using that portion by itself just looks absolutely terrible. But Luckily, this isn't as loose as the update video that that Brock showed us when he was getting these from the factory for prototypes and stuff. So it's not as loose, so that's nice. The leg itself it kind of loosened up immediately when I opened it, but it still holds a pose when I need it to do it. Like I said, you can move that around, so if I need to move it into another area, I can do that. Let's see. Yeah, I can get it out. So far, he also has a hinge on the foot, which I can get to go back a little further. I can actually get it to jump the sculpt a little bit. You might not want to do that; it might scrape some paint off. But luckily, I think most of this is molded in green plastic. When you get the foot to go back that far, I can only get the foot to go forward this far. I haven't tried to jump the plastic on that side. I'll maybe do it later if I warm it up and whatnot, so I don't hurt the figure itself. But does that, and it has a ankle rocker or ankle swivel, which is nice, like the newer Legends. So that helps it with some extra posability, which is nice for me when I want to use it, because of course I'd love to get them in like a running stance or something like that. Do the 1 foot balance test like he's running. Let's see. Oh, it's done like that. Come on. Boom, look at that. He's running into action. So I can get him to do that, which is nice. Like I said, if I can get him in some other poses. Oh, he does have a tail as well that swivels. It kind of popped off, and they come out easily if you don't want the tail. But I like the tail. But yeah, like I said, that is absolutely hideous. Oh my god. But not hideous enough for me to hate this figure. Like I said, overall, sorry, don't mean to hit the camera. Overall, this figure is awesome. I love it. It's going to be a great display piece for my living room when people come over, and good talking point. One of the things is, I forgot to mention as well, when I put the blaster, I was kind of messing around, put the blaster in this hand. The hands are itself, like I said, it's not a heavy duty plastic, so it does expand out and whatnot, and the hands were like a lot tighter and a lot closer to that. When I put that thicker handle into that hand, it kind of expanded that hand out, and so I can get this in a lot easier than it was to get the other one in. But it's he doesn't hold it anywhere near as tight as the other one, so that's one thing you might have to watch out for. At least that's not a deal breaker. I can get it stuck to a place I need it to and whatnot, and it'd be fine. But overall, like I said, this thing is awesome. If you have the money to drop on it, do it. I think I paid, well, since this is exclusive, probably the 1 out of 500 or something like that, since the Shredder Gauntlet, I think I paid like 185 or something like that shipped after it's all said and done, just because it was like an extra 15 bucks for the piece. But that's how much I wanted the piece, and I had to get up every morning to get it whenever they had the live sales. But this thing is awesome, totally worth the money for at 150 bucks if you can get it that way. BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, will probably have it soon from their warehouse, since Mondo shipped me out this just the other day, and they got all that stuff in. I'm waiting for the Mousers to show up. I'll do Mousers review when I get that in as well. And like always, thanks guys for watching. Like and subscribe, share please on all social networks if you would. If you don't like the video and you dislike it, only thing I ask from you is if you dislike the video and you give it a downvote, just tell me what I did wrong. Obviously, I want to know some critiques. I am doing this at 3 a.m. in the morning, so I'm sorry about that. This isn't my best thing, but I also like doing it on a whim and not really sticking to a script like some other people. Nothing against them, because they're professionals and they do this for a living, but I like to do this just because I like toys and like showing my favorite things with people so that they get into it. But thanks again guys for watching. If you guys would just take it easy, have a good one.